Hi. Hi, these are going to be some timeless collective messages, so please keep in mind that these are general messages, and of course they will not resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates and leave the rest for another to appreciate on down the road. Okay, not everything on my channel will resonate with everyone as well. I need to make sure that this is working. It is, so wonderful. Let me turn down the sound. This way I can see what's going on too. All right. I'm going to just see what would like to come out for the collective energy if you come across this reading. Okay, if you resonate with these messages, I appreciate if like, subscribes, comments, shares, and support. Not necessary though. All right. It's about who you are. First house, actions, your desires, taking action toward your desires. So this is also projections with who you are. So it's about, Pluto, Scorpio. So a lot of Scorpio in your, okay, so there's some kind of decision to make here, it seems. Okay, Sun. What are the messages for the collective energy? North Node. Okay, do not worry about, now is the time. So now is the time, is the message. All right, Pluto again. So that confirms that there's some kind of coming back. It's about to resurrect something. It's not necessarily to resurrect something from the past, but to resurrect yourself in a new way or something like that. Okay, resources, productivity. You're reinventing. You're reinventing something, or you are Pluto. Reinventing something. Pluto again with Capricorn. Your goals, your day-to-day. All right. Business-like. How you handle things in general. All right. The South Node energy is that resurrect. Okay, so it kept wanting to come out. So I have Pluto. And then I have remember, now is not the time. So I just talked about now is the time, and now not the time to resurrect. What is it not to resurrect? Because you are reinventing, and if you resurrect something, I don't know, there's like interference. Yeah, because you're attracting something. So there would be interference. Okay, so Venus is Libra, that's attraction. That is going toward your desire from who you are from that first card that we saw here. Okay, collective, there's a mystery, personal power, major changes, and details with Virgo. So it could be something about resurrecting with a Virgo energy, Capricorn energy. I have Scorpio again with this mystery. Something to do with this power. So there is some kind of struggle, or there was, or coming out of a struggle. What is this mystery? You're getting details. Resurrect. Some kind of spiritual. About a large institutions or events that occur. Details. The connections and the idea in question. You question something, or you're being asked to question something, or something about questioning or asking something in a different way. The idea in question again. Okay, so we got the third house. The idea in question. What is the idea in question? The North Node. Wow. The worries. So you're being asked not to worry. Therefore, that tells me there is or was or has been or projecting that there will be worries. The idea in question. Okay, you're being asked to learn key to be positive, grow and expand with Jupiter. Then I have the sun would demonstrate leaders. Okay, so this is about some kind of knowing aha moment with the North Node, about some kind of confrontational action. Because on the flip side out of this, I have a struggle. So action, struggle, desires regarding. Okay, so another energy has a different desire regarding the way somebody's doing something. The awareness. Speaking, words, have many words. There's many words here. Words that have concerns, cautions, rule, karma, Saturn. Karma has no deadline. The awareness, something about karma has no deadline here. So okay. It's like something like that. With this Capricorn, what is that? I wanted to jump up. Oh, that mystery. Well, it's very relevant then. This is on a day-to-day. Personal power. Okay. Personal power is involved there. You're being, this is what you're not. You're aware of your ideas. My goodness, and the first house wants to come back out. Okay, so it's like struggling with ideas, but you're not having the struggle. Gemini, information to explain. That tells me something. Okay. The details. Gemini, Virgo, do not worry about information. Do not worry about action. Something about that. Getting caught up then, to not getting caught up. Sixth house, not getting caught up. Caught up in serving of where you're going. Okay, don't get caught up somewhere else, because where you're going, your destiny is showing up here. Let's see. There. Some kind of news coming in. Okay, collective or viewer, whatever you like to call yourselves out there. Personal power. So the news is somebody's going to get the news that it's no longer questionable, or you don't have to worry about it. So you not worrying about it is some kind of undesirable news somewhere. Devil, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Swords. Personal power. Devil. Okay. So there's some kind of mystery. Excuse me. And then this is like at the crossroads. Out at the crossroads with the devil. Hi. Okay, so we have a crossroads with the devil. Now what? For personal power. Or this is what the devil offers. Personal power. I don't know. If you want to speak in metaphors. Okay. Metaphorically speaking. Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, some kind of satisfaction of winning at all costs that you're not, of course. Okay, so what does this offer? Because you're turning it down. There's like a smug energy here. So you're turning it down. Emperor in reverse. All right. There's the other people's resources, power. Okay. The devil is the Emperor in reverse. So a very poor emperor. Poor in spirit here. All right, you've stood your ground. So whatever energy is doing something for power and resources is being illuminated. Because something about demonstrating, unable to demonstrate something like no longer. Okay. Something like that. Hi, what's going on? Yeah. Okay, so you can see where you're going. Okay, as soon as you let go of the worry, that doesn't look like it's so much yours, as long as looks like you've taken accountability here. That's the idea, or at least maybe it is about forgiveness. I don't know. Wow, disappointment, 3 of Swords. Oh, well, that could be about forgiveness. Yes. Okay, so not meeting some kind of expectations because maybe you peaked something. Okay. Yeah, those 10 Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right, Earth sign energy, Virgo, Capricorn. Holding on really, really tight. Okay, other people's resources, tight, personal power. Holding on tight for personal power, because that's the message here on a day-to-day. And this is like very unequal give and take here, or it is give and take, or it's take, I don't know, what is it? An imbalance in the exchange of energy. So therefore there's an imbalance of position or an imbalance of power. Oh, I might sneeze. Okay, imbalance of power. Okay, putting an end to something hurtful, or an event, or events that are hurtful, or let's check. Okay, that's that same card. And now, I don't know if it was in reverse, but it is in reverse. So letting go of, okay, so this is any kind of power struggle about needing something in return. As long as you need something in return, then you're tied to the situation. Okay, so we got the 8 of Swords in reverse. So all of this is releasing the worry. Okay, the 9 of Swords is not even here. It was like skipped, because now these are coming from energies that have imbalances on their own. Tower in reverse. So those imbalances creates faulty foundations. So the universe comes in and it shakes things up. Sometimes it shakes things up to like somebody couldn't make a decision, or you might have made a decision because the energy was like, there's an energy of stalling here. King of Swords in reverse. Everybody's in reverse. That Emperor was in reverse. So there's a lot of masculine aspects that are in reverse here. What is going on? So faulty foundations created due to hanging on for personal power, which creates, I just saw this. Now it's a King of Swords in reverse. There's that unable to reciprocate, or somebody felt entitled to something that you were hanging on to. So I don't know, there's been confusion because you aren't presenting all the facts because you don't need to, something like that. Page of Wands in reverse again. So the news, that's the news coming in. I don't know, what is it? 3 of Cups in reverse. Okay, the other people, resources. So things aren't aligned out there. Well, they are, but what is happening? What do I want to say here? Devil, I almost said devil in reverse. Temperance in reverse. Okay, reckless choices, decisions, and imbalances being created. Moon in reverse. Not holding on to the fear. Okay, this is, if fear is being projected and you've already visited that lesson, it's about being aware of it and not being brought back into this struggle or conflict or chaos. That's what the details are coming out. This is the Tower. These are the faulty foundations. He's just not taking accountability for the participation. The Three of Cups is in reverse. The Three of Pentacles is in reverse. This is a day-to-day, other people and their resources. This is where things fall apart. Four of Wands in reverse. Things fall apart. The Five of Wands turns into the Four of Wands in reverse. Ten of Cups in reverse. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the wheel is going to turn regardless here because you're not even attached to the worry. But where is this worry coming from besides the devil? I mean, what other energy? World in reverse. Everywhere. Nothing in particular, just things in general. Ace of Cups in reverse. Love blockages. Ace of Pentacles upright. Chasing personal power and finances. I don't know. The money chase. I don't know. Is that a movie, The Money Chase? Let me see. Death. Scorpio again. Okay, there's been major transformations here. Whatever you hung on to tightly was because you were protecting it. World in reverse. From all that outside energy that I just talked about with the world in reverse on the other deck. Okay, so whatever it is, that disarray. So it's about not allowing other energy to disturb your peace. All right. Hangman. Okay, I got Pisces here. Dreams are significant. The mystery of life. Like energy wants to skip a step. Oh, look at that. I said skip a step. And then here's that Nine of Swords I talked about. G wants to skip a step in this process, but I don't think it's going to work. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Here's 10 Pentacles. Alrighty. More Pentacles. What is this? You're not hanging on, so you might have skipped the step of the worry. Okay, you got your ships coming in at the crossroads again. So whatever have made reckless decisions with the blindfold on, investing poorly, I should say. Three of Pentacles. Now is upright. It's in reverse over here. So Three of Pentacles invested poorly. And there's that Six of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse, and that's what I'm talking about. Okay, just invested their time, energy, and focus poorly. All right. Excuse me, I have an itch on my knee there. Alrighty, so I got Queen of Wands coming out sideways. Fire energy. So there's a fire energy for doing some projecting. Instead, I did a little bit of a, I didn't put the G in there. I did a little bit of southern thing there. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Involvement with the Five of Wands and the Five of Wands. Oh my gosh. All right, different groups of energy. Okay, you're not worried about this. And there's that World in reverse. Okay, so the actual test is what you can pull off for yourself through all this. What you've been loyal to or something. Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Pentacles, what you've been loyal to, going with the flow. This is not being concerned here. Putting in, this is an inevitable ending. If after a 10 comes a 1. Ace of Wands. But passion in a different way. 6 of Cups. Yeah, passion in a different way. Look at that. And all these wands come out. So, here you're in like resting. You're contemplating possibly alone here. This is a sacred space. This is more in reverse. So, I have 2 5 of Wands here confirming each other. So there's that completion. You can see where you're going. And I just said a 10, then a 1. All right, so putting your path, that confirms putting your passion toward, and then look at that. The 8 of Wands, and then the 2 of Cups is right behind that. And there is that win at all cost. And here is that blockage or something to do with tangible things, earthly matters, what the devil does deal with. A devil is also karma, you know, devil is the Saturn aspect, which are limits. Okay, anyway, we got manifestations and manifestations, but this is also what was projected. So as King of Wands in reverse. Okay. Yeah, so that is a lot. Okay, so it's like you were able to dodge things, or what is that? Avoid, dodge gracefully. Yeah, avoid and dodge